Okay, one, two, and three. Okay, welcome everyone to the Mouse Neighborhood, the podcast where we decide which game has the best history ever. Okay, some games tell a story, but Fear and Hunger Terminal makes you feel the horror. This game throws you into a deep nightmare where every choice matters, and one mistake can mean death. If you want a dark, deep history, this is the best.
Okay, but what about real emotion? The Walking Dead isn't just a game, it's a history that makes you care. The choices you make change the characters, and the history of Leon Clementine is one of the most emotional in gaming. This is a history that stays in your head forever.
You both don't see the big picture. Fortnite Chapter 1 and 2 had a story that millions of players lived together. The murder, the coup, the black hole, these were not just cutscenes, they happened in real time. No game has ever told a story this big. They happened in real time. No game has ever told a story this big.
A fight to survive.
A history that makes you cry.
A mystery that changed gaming.
Which game?
Which game has the best history? Let's find out right now.
Okay.
Oye, pero... No, espera.
Alright, let's get one thing straight. If we are talking about the best story in a game, nothing comes close to Fear and Hunger Termina. This isn't just a game, it's an experience. It's raw, brutal, and makes you feel the weight of every single decision. The story isn't sponsored for you. It's something that you have to piece together while trying to survive the worst conditions imaginable.
Look, I get that Fear and Hunger is all about suffering, but let's be real. No game has made players feel emotion the way that The Walking Dead has. This is a story that forces you to care. Lee and Clementine, one of the greatest character duos in gaming history. Every single decision you make change your relationship, shifts the world around you, and ultimately determines what kind of person you become. It's not about survival, it's about what you are willing to do to protect the people you love.
Okay, both of you are making this way too small. You are talking about linear story when Fortnite literally revolutionized how a game tells a story. This is a living, breathing world that millions of players experienced in real time, and the meteor, the cube, the black hole, their entire island feeling over. These weren't cutscene men. These were global events that unfold with the players inside them. Fortnite didn't just tell a story, it let you live it.
Life it? Come on! Fear and Hunger Termina makes you feel that actually you are actually trapped in the hopeless world. It doesn't just present you with a story, it forces you to endure it. You wake up in Prehevil, you don't know how you to trust. You have only 3 days to survive against cultists, monsters, and literal cosmic horrors. There is no replaying for a better ending, because every choice you make is final. This game makes you question your morals, your survival instincts, and even your sanity.
But that's the thing. People connect more with these stories that have characters they love. That's why The Walking Dead is so powerful. It's not about surviving for the sake of it. It's about the relationship you build. The moment when Lee has to say goodbye to Clementine, that's one of the most heartbreaking scenes in gaming history. Players cried. They sit there staring at the screen, unable to process what just happened. A game that can hit that hard emotionally, that's next level storytelling.
Yeah, but what is the point of great story if it's just something you watch? That's where Fortnite changed the game. Every season, the world itself told a story. The zero point was disabilizing relights were collision. The seven were trying to break the loop. And the best part, the story was constantly enveloping and people were logging in every day to see that would happen next. When the rock launched, when the island exploded, those moments were used cutscenes. They were live. Fortnite created the first truly interactive, large-scale narrative experience in gaming.
That's a spectacle, not storytelling. A great story needs depth, and Fear and Hunger Termina has layers of hidden lore, interconnected fates, and morally great choices that redefine what it means to win a game. Everyone in the game has their own story, and whether they live or die depends on you. And let's get not even started on how dark this game goes. Body horror, existential dread, the sheer hopelessness of it all. This isn't some comic book style epic event. This is pure, unfiltered dread in the best way possible.
Okay, but let's be real. How many people actually finish Fear and Hunger? The history is there, yeah, but it's hidden behind a mountain of suffering. Meanwhile, The Walking Dead has a universal appeal. It's a history about humanity, morality, and loss. You don't need to dig through critical lore to feel something. Every single player walks away from that game remembering the tough choices they had to make. The weight of that history stays with you.
You want Universal Apple. Fortnite literally put it in Marvel DC, Star Wars, Stranger Things, Ricky Morty, and another one that I don't remember, while keeping its own original story going. When The Walking Dead is in it, that is when for 108, that is about Fortnite. The story keeps going. People who play in chapter 1 say mystery unfold that we are still getting answer to in the chapter 5. The entire world was obsessed with that would happen next. No game has ever done storytelling at that scale before.
But scales doesn't mean quality. Fear and Hunger might not have millions of players, but the ones who dive into it are haunted by the experience. It's the kind of story that sticks with you, that makes you think, that leaves you questioning everything. That's the mark of a truly great story.
A ver. And The Walking Dead does the same thing, but instead of fear, it hits you with emotion. It's a history that makes you feel attached, that makes you care. Years after finishing the game, people still talk about Lee and Glenn. That's what makes a history great. It doesn't just disappear when the game is over.
And Fortnite never even ends. That's what makes it the best. The mystery keeps going, the world keeps environment, and it is the first game to turn storytelling into a life. Communal experience to cutscenes, no little shows, use a constantly unfolding narrative that players are a part of.
So basically, what you are saying is that Fortnite is just a never-ending loop opera.
Nah, what am I saying is that Fortnite change how a story in a game be told, and why it is the best.
Alright. At the end of the day, it's all come down to what kind of history you build. If you want a disturbing, mean-building horror experience, go for Fear and Hunger. If you want an emotional, choose-driven journey, The Walking Dead is unbeatable. And if you want a massive, involving, community-driven narrative, then Fortnite is where it's at.
Fair enough, but let's be honest, you are both wrong. Fear and Hunger wins.
Nope, I don't care. Fortnite takes it.
Come on guys, The Walking Dead is obviously the best.